Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel on YouTube. Welcome back to Farm Simulator 22. It's been a while since I made a video, just not had time, real life got in the way, but I've been playing on the Gateshead map that released a couple of weeks ago by MJModding, converted by Marvv, and really enjoying it, and felt that it suited my type of gameplay style to put onto YouTube. How much time I'm going to have to consistently put videos out every week remains to be seen with work and real life, but I'm going to try my best, do some videos on Gateshead, and then eventually move over to FS22 when it comes out in a few weeks. So on that note, instead of standing looking out the bedroom window, I think we will head downstairs and have a quick look around the yard. So, map suits a roleplay for anybody who's keen to do that. You have this interactive house. I've seen a lot of people complaining about the collisions on the hedges and things on the map, but I think everybody's been spoilt with maps not making collisions on hedges and things. It certainly works for me. They can be a bit brutal if you hit them at speed, but yeah, it just means you have to be careful. So we have a Land Rover and an Ivor Williams trailer. We've got a few small chickens. I have changed out the starting machinery, as you'll see. Like I said, we've got the Land Rover in the trailer. We have the 4D modding edit of the Breedle. We have a nice New Holland CX880. We have a few bags of fertiliser, seeds, lime, just to get us going. To start with a few cows, there's not too many. So what you will see is you have to muck these cows out from in there. They have a bit of straw. The only real cheaty mod I have in here is this one. Water tanker to keep the water topped up. It does hold 1,000,000 litres, so it's a bit, yeah, a bit cheaty. But it saves having to run back and forth constantly with this 7,500 litre. You'll also notice that we do have a few different textures to the map as well. So there's our Angus bull. We have him, and then we should have our Holstein cows. For some reason we seem to have ended up with 3 Angus bulls, but we can soon get rid of those. We have Red Rock Bale trailer, Stuart Grain trailer, Case 160 CVX Puma, the crone that tends to like to wander across the ground for some reason, but the crone rake, a crone tedder, some McHale front and rear mowers, the McHale baler, Fusion 3. Now I have also edited my bale sizes, so my 125 size bales will hold a bit more. Cavernan seeder, Amazon sprayer, Amazon roller, and a Dowdeswell plough. We also have the JCB telehandler with various attachments. The mech fibre from Keenan by 4D modding. Black Sheep's McHale bedder. Got another Case Maxim, this time 145. Bunning muck spreader. And that's us. We are on the main yard. So if I open up the map, here you can see what we own. We own fields 1, 3, 65, 61, 28, 27, 26 and 25. So the ones closest to us are all grass fields. So we have 2 very big grass fields here. which we'll probably do silage in. Easier just to open the gate. And then all our smaller fields up around the back here are also all grass fields. So if we jump into the Land Rover quickly. We shall bomb down the road. You see it is an extremely large pasture for the cows. We need to sort out our bull issue. Come down here to our our arable fields at the moment. We have got a field of barley in this one. And by the looks of it, another field of barley in this one. So, which are working well, because if we do the animal feed, so it's right control shift and F, this actually has its own feeding for the animals on the map. So grain, you have, that's all the grains you can feed your chickens, so we can use barley to feed chickens. You obviously have your TMR, that'll give you 100%, but for 85% you can use silage, so you have normal silage, hordgrass silage, clover and alfalfa. But this is the interesting one. For your fodder, which will give you 60%, you could use barley, carrots, or any of those there. So I know when I worked on the farm, we used to feed our fattening cows, used to get crushed barley and popcorn to give them, to fatten them up towards the end of their, before they went away. And then obviously your fresh forage crops, which gives you 50%. And that's all your different grasses. So again, you go to horses and you have a nice selection there if that's what you want to do. Pigs, again, various, and sheep are probably, as usual, the most easiest things to do. You can just feed them straight grass. So Marv has put in a lot of custom textures, different ones from Bullet Bill, Benji, a few of his own, and I've also added in a few of my own. So I think on that note we shall pull out into the middle of the road. The yard, decide what we're going to do first. I think what we might do is we shall have a look at our crop calendar. So we can harvest barley this month next, and we can make a start on grass. So I think that'll be the best for us to make a start on cutting some grass. So we will get our Puma out, get it on the moors. Make a start, we'll drop off our wheat block. So, as you'll know, FS22 is coming out very shortly, within the next 10 days I think, at the time of recording this. do have my copy pre-ordered, as I'm sure a lot of you already have. I'm looking forward to it. That I have tried to keep away from a lot of the videos and hype with it, but from what I have seen of it, especially of the ground deformation, looks great. Hopefully it will live up to what we expect, what we hope. The one major thing I would like to see to come back into is more of the seasons from 19. The ground deformation definitely looks good from that, but if we could have seasons as well where you can dry your crops with the sun, you can lose crops if you leave them out to rot. What have I forgot to attach from PTO? Go. Is this now? I do like these kale moors. You can also get the butterfly version. Cracking mod. Reskin of the Pottingers, but yeah, I like my McHale kit and it suits Scottish map. Though they're Irish, they're very popular in Scotland. And this is a Scottish map. I think it's kind of, if I remember correctly, it's partially based real life but fictional. I'm not really sure where Gateshead farm is. The sheep farm is called Peterhead. I definitely know what Peterhead is. Dark in the shade of the trees. Yeah, it's really good map. I've enjoyed some of Marv's conversions. I know he's done a few that aren't official permission conversions, but this one was done with official permission, and yeah, he's made a great job of it. I do believe he's planning to do an update. Don't know what he's planning to update, but I do believe he is planning on it. Hopefully, once 25's out and things settle down and modders get their hands on the Giants Editor, may get an FS22 version of this and a few others. I have seen Oxy saying on his Discord that he is planning to right, let's set up VCA. Yeah, that Oxy is planning to bring one, possibly more, of convert his maps over. It's going to be at least a year into the game, he reckons, before Whitcomb Park's going to come out. So he's hoping to convert over one or two of his other maps so that we do have UK style maps to early on. Personally, for me, I would love to see Chellington come back. I put a lot of time in that. 19, Lone Oak, Marvv Manor, Lone Oak Field. So many maps of his that were great in previous generations. So only time will tell. But instead of me rambling on about FS25, I think it's it's time that we jump into one of those time lapses where we cut this. We'll be back with you all very shortly.
All the blood rush before me, I feel a flood in my head. I'll be here all through your daydream, I'll be here inside your bed. Rooftops and ceilings, the only thing stopping us now. I'm drunk but I'm sober, I stand up and take a bow. Yeah, if you would be me, if you'd only feel 10,000 acres of broken ideals, well, what would you do? Would you play the game, talking like everything still is the same? Headaches and madness, you'd shake it off if you tried. Breaking the truth into fractured ideas of a lie. Yeah, if you would be me, if you'd only feel 10,000 acres of broken ideals, well, what would you do? Would you play the game, talking like everything still is the same? Rooftops and ceilings, the only thing stopping us now. Yeah, I'm drunk but I'm sober, I'll stand up and take a bow. If you would be me, if you'd only feel 10,000 acres of broken ideals, well, what would you do? Would you play the game, talking like
So we're getting there slowly. Quite a big field. I could definitely do with an upgrade to the butterfly mowers because we're going to have to come in and rake this. I think we want to put this in the silage pit, so we may have to lease in a forage wagon. I don't have auto drive, don't have an auto drive route set up to work with the forage harvesters. We'll just get a forage wagon. We'll get leased in. I think we'll put this 2 fields into the silage pit, and we shall do the other grass fields as hay. So as you can see, I'm using VCA through my sim dashboard, and I'm using the Farm Sim Guys sim dashboard with the VCA add-on. Kinda got used to using this after it being on Scruff's multiplayer server, as it's the one that Scruff uses. I used to normally use Enhanced Vehicle, and occasionally I used Wobster's Guidance Steering. So, but it's going to be interesting to see if we get any GPS mods, or what type of courseplay we're going to get in 25 with the new AI worker system that they have implemented in base game, which I think may be a bit basic for PC players, which is where a lot of complaints may come from. But I think for console players who obviously have been very limited in the past to script mods and bits and pieces, it's going to be a big game changer for them. So I'm sure they'll be very happy regardless of what PC players think. So I normally play with Maze Plus, but because this has its extra feeding, this map, it also has its own extra crop types and everything. I think a lot of issues that I've seen people complaining about have been because they've been playing with Maze Plus. I normally do enjoy the extras that Base Plus give you, but the base extras that's on this map, to me, I don't really need to do it. All it gives me is an extra semi-dry bit of hay for anything to make before hay, and usually skip that step unless you're putting it in the bunker, so I'm not using it in this save. I do know they have brought out Terra Life Plus. I haven't looked at it at all. I may do once 25 comes, as I know they're planning on bringing it for that. But so late in 22, I decided not to look at it at all. So that gets that field done. We shall set this guy off on course play in the next field, I think, and we will get the rake on the back of the 145 maximum. If I can remember how to set up course play. I haven't used it for a very, very long time. Played a huge amount of farm sim for quite a while. When this map dropped, I did really get into it, so we will set up. I'll do 5 headlands because I think I was one short in that. Yes, yes. Island bypass. Yes, I want to do that. Is that going to... I think maybe we do 6 just because of the collisions on the hedges. Does that do it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't really tell. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think so. What we'll do is we will cancel that. We will clear that. Remember to do that. And that's how I'm going. So it's going to take him about 20 minutes to do that field, so we shall leave him to it, and we will go and find our little case. I think it's on the bedder. So you do start with a few straw bales dotted about. There was a few in the yard, there's a few in the back of this shed that I've pulled out. I believe there'll be a few at the other yards, so if you jump on and it says you have straw in storage, it'll be a case of going to find it. So we will grab this rake. A little bit of super strength here. Just to pull it in the corner. Don't know why it seems to like to vibrate right in the corner there. We'll head out and get that field raked up. I have to say I have missed making videos. I've tried to contemplate a few times to come back and make a few between work and a few other bits and pieces going on in real life. And not really finding a map that I really felt I wanted to build a. Change that. I really felt I really wanted to make content on. Get this set up. Go. And really, lots of decent maps have come out since I took a break from making content, but there's nothing that dragged me in really until I started playing in Grasslands from Stevie there a few weeks ago, and was really contemplating doing it on that, and then this dropped, and yeah, it's my type of map. As I said, if I was creative enough and storytelling enough, I would have contemplated a role play on it, but with FS22 being so close, and we'll end up playing on it, I didn't want to commit to a role play series that I don't have the creative mind for storytelling, so I decided just to stick with basic Let's Play. Playing as realistic as possible. I didn't have auto load on, don't have the auto load implements for the telehandler, it's all manual. Whether I stick with that, time will tell, because we all know what bale physics are like. So the Puma's background on, and the next field there, he's still got about 17 minutes to go. It's moving a bit quicker than we are. We're doing about 9 miles an hour. He's doing about 14. I could have put on the vehicle speed mod to make them go a bit faster, but yeah, I didn't. I wanted to try and keep it semi-realistic. So I think on that we shall jump back into the quick time lapse, get this field raked up, and we will need to look at getting probably leasing in, oh, there we go, course blue blocked by an object, probably because you're supposed to drive around it, not through it. So still limitations with AI workers even at the end of 22. I don't seem to be able to tell the difference between a telegraph pole and an open grass field. So I will jump into another quick time lapse, hopefully it'll be a bit quicker, getting these done, and then we shall look at getting a forage wagon in. It'll probably be the next episode that we look at getting the silage in, possibly getting the combine out. But yeah, I'll be back. with you all very soon. So this guy is, or woman as it turned out to be, is finished cutting the field. I've left the other guy on the base game worker making a mess of my nice neat headlands. But what we will do is we will drop these off and we will head to the shop. Lease out a forage wagon. So we're limited with horsepower because this, although it's just 160, this is 203 horsepower. So it's not going to be a huge one, that's for sure. Pick up our front wheel again. So we need to remember our way to the shop for a start, which is here. So as I said, we'll nip down to the shop, we will lease out a forage wagon ready for next time. We really need to sort out the fact that we've got 3 Angus bulls and not one. A bit of fighting going in there over the ladies. Some beacons on the road. Well, we'll just have a look at the map as we're going along. There's lots of little things look good in the map, realistic. And if you go into the town, which we will do at some point, back below. Now there's something that we are going to be doing if we come across them that I've just seen there. Collectibles. Me as well. Pay for our workers. So there's lots and lots of grass fields on the map, lots and lots of baling contracts. We will do a few baling contracts and other contracts. But I think we try and concentrate on building our own farm. Just coming up to the dealership. Nice New Holland dealership. says no parking there, so we better not park there. We'll park our case here. We shall nip into the shop. Switch that off just now. We'll actually go into the shop. If I can get past these. And we are looking at leasing out a forage wagon. So I think that one would be perfect size, but we don't have enough horsepower to pull that. So that said, we've got 203 horsepower in the case, so we will lease out this chrome. I'll have the silage out, that'll live, I suppose. So £5 for that. So as you've seen, it's a custom store. Again, suits a roleplay. Lots of equipment sitting in the yard. Some of it I think you can jump into. Or not. Such a super strength to make the help. Yeah. And some of the maps of the vehicles at the store you can jump into, others you can't. We also need to buy a barrel of silage additive, I think. Yeah, I should. Yes, I do. Have the barrels mod on instead of the little thing, so we'll fill that up. And I think on that note, we shall call that there. I want to thank you all for watching. I've done a bit of rambling, just trying to get back into the swing of recording some videos. And I'll hopefully see you all again soon on Gateshead Farm, Farming Simulator 22.